All right, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Press Pass Live in a brand new stream that's going to have some kinks to work out, but we're going to work those kinks out. I believe in me. I believe in us. I know we're going to get these things figured out, but we're here for OMFL Media Days bright and early on a Saturday morning. As I crawled out of the bed this morning, my wife is like, what's going on? Like, what are you doing? She's very confused by what I was doing this morning, but I was like, don't worry about it. I got to interview it. And nothing makes you feel like more than a nerd than telling your wife that you're getting up at 7:15 in the morning to do an interview. But that's what we do. This is our place. This is our hobby. This is our buddies, and we're talking Madden football with it right around the corner. Let's get over here to my very first guest. I'm gonna bring him on right now. There's no easy way to do this, but we're gonna get it here in just 1 second. And it's gonna be Coach D Money of the San Francisco 49ers. And I'm trying to figure out why D Money's, because I got the wrong one pulled up. There he is in all of his beauty. Mr. D Money, good morning. How you doing this morning, bud?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing well. I know people will wonder. I have already asked the same question. This cute little boy in his arms is not his, but he does have a little one on his way. And so hopefully next Madden, we will be able to have an updated photo with the real baby around. Do you mind? Let's talk about the San Francisco 49ers and Madden 24. You bring a lot of dread, sleepless nights, tums to the league. People have to really get themselves ready to play you. You're like a machine over there. But Madden 24, I don't know how much you got to play or not play or look into or not look into. How excited are you, or what part of Madden 24 makes you excited?
Yeah, you and I, we got to test, a little bit. Gameplay wise, I don't know, it feels pretty similar. I do like how there's some more animations, a little variety there. But overall, it felt kind of similar. So I'm more excited about, some of the changes OMFL has made with, making things or opening things up a little bit. I think you and I had talked about that too. No more, ratios and adding up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all that stuff, just kind of making it a little bit more freer. And so that's probably what I'm most excited about.
I always chuckle when people said add up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because I hear it all the time. I'm like, I get it. I hate it too. Okay, here it is what it is. But let's talk about the biggest thing that you need to see from your team. They're young, they're fast, they're athletic. Golly, I don't know how you do it. You have a keen eye for young, fast, athletic teams. But what's something that you really need to see from your team in 106?
Probably the quarterback position. I was debating QB or O-line, but I thought Brock Purdy. I saw this morning his ratings. I thought he was going to be a little bit better because it seemed like he had some good games last year, but I think they have him at like 71, 72 overall, 84 throw power, which I'm not going to roll with that. So it'll be Trey Lance, but he got kind of they brought down his ratings quite a bit, so he would be kind of a major project. So probably.
Did they? I didn't get to look at the quarterback ratings yet.
Yeah, he's like he's still fast, with like I think it was 90 throw power, but his accuracies are bad. The big one that I look at is throw under pressure.
Yeah.
Those balls will sail if you're in the 70s low.
Yes, they will.
Yeah. So he's going to be a project. So I don't know. I may have to trade for one, or I don't know. But yeah, probably QB for sure.
We will talk quarterback ratings after all the interviews, but it seemed like EA was a little tough on the quarterbacks this year. What's some real expectations, which is the stupidest question? Look, all these questions are the same for everybody, but for you, it's a stupid question. But, how quickly before you start letting us win some Super Bowls here?
Well, in 23, I got one. I lost in one. Lost in the playoffs 2 other times, I think, and then missed one for my wedding honeymoon. So I'd say, another deep playoff run, but I mean, the NFC is pretty stacked. I was looking at it. Now we got Cincy. I've lost to him in the playoffs. I've lost to Big Hurt. I've lost to you. I've lost to Trey. So yeah, I mean, a normal playoff run. Hopefully, get to the Super Bowl. But I don't know. It seems to be a lot more parity now.
Kevin and I talk about it all the time, but I still stand by it. I feel like you just let us win some so that I don't have to hear all the BS behind the scenes. Also, I think there'll be some news about Mr. Cincyberg. I don't think he's going to be in the NFC much longer here. What's the one player, D-Money, that you are super excited about getting your hands on?
Yeah, when I saw that question, I thought maybe Christian McCaffrey, but the Niners are pretty much unchanged except for him. But he's really not my kind of running back. He's more of
Really?
an elusive, low strength. He's not overly fast. I think it's like 90, 91, which is pretty normal. I like the 89, 90 speed, 80 plus strength. I don't use spin move, the jukes. I don't really throw to the running back either. So all his skills are kind of just lost on me. So I looked through it, and probably the strong safety is, I can't say his name, Talanoa Hufanga. He was a 5th or 6th round pick from USC in 2021. And my wife's family, they're big on USC. So we usually watch the games, and he was fun to watch. He's kind of like a Troy Polamalu. But he had a great year last year, so they really bumped him up. He went from like high 60s. He's now, I think, 86 overall. 90 speed, really good hit power, that kind of stuff. And I like to play with safety, so it'd probably be him.
Yeah, you're really great with the safety. You also run multiple running backs. I noticed that about you last Madden when we played. It was a whole bunch of running backs that you like to run out there. You already touched on it a little bit. Let's talk about it just for a second. What do you think is going to be that number one priority move? When you sign in to the CFM, you're like, all right, this is the first thing about my team that's got to change.
Yeah, I mean, I thought about just trade Christian McCaffrey right away because he's not my type. I actually liked your guy from LSU. The Niners would love to draft LSU guys. What was his name? Davis Price.
Yeah,
I think it was. Does that sound familiar? Did I get that right? Yeah, I liked him. He's 90 speed. I think 80 strength. I really like playing with him and Elijah Mitchell.
Who's from north of Louisiana too.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so it's either trade Christian McCaffrey or dive into any kind of way I can get O-line.
Well, I am not excited to see what you do at the 49ers because you own all of us. But that defense, man, you're going to be dangerous with that defense, and it's going to set up really well. I am excited to see how the NFC plays out and kind of some of the new things that I've been chewing on and thinking about and seeing how that does or doesn't change things whenever we get fired up. So, man, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to come be with me and doing some interviews this morning. I appreciate you. Good luck in Madden 24, bud.
All right. Thanks. Have a good one.
All right. There you have it. D-Money of your San Francisco 49ers. My guy Kevin here got booted. So up next is my buddy Kevin from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But it looks like he got the boot. He is back. But that means I probably got to set him back up here really fast. And I say really fast because I don't do, I think, anything super duper fast. But we're going to see what we can do here. Mr. Kevin, feel free to come online with your camera. I think, maybe. Kevo? Uh-oh. He's muted and off camera. And last time that happened, he got the boot. Technology. Live. We're doing this. We're doing it right here. There he is. There's his big, beautiful face. Let's see if we can get over here. Make sure this looks fine. Give me a thumbs up if you're ready, Kevin. I can't tell if you're ready or not ready. Okay, he gave me the thumbs up, so I think he's ready. All right, let's get over here and let's talk to Mr. Kevin of the Tampa Bay Bucks. Mr. Kevin, how you doing this morning, bud? Uh-oh. Hold on a second, Kevin. Something happened here, and now I can't hear you. So give me just a second to figure out why all of a sudden I can't hear you. That's what happens when you set this stuff up and all of a sudden something weird happens, like it looked like Kevin got the boot, and then you're like, oh, we got to figure this out now. You got to refigure it out. Let me. I should be able to hear you. Give me a test. Oh, is he frozen? Are you with me? Oh, say something. Okay, it's not me, it's you. I see that. There's no audio coming in, so something happened on your end. See, I'm sitting here trying to figure out what I did, and it's not even me. It's you this time, Kevin. Didn't you hate when girls used to say that? It's not you, it's me. Kevin, it's not you, it's me. Not today. It's you. I don't know if you're on a computer or a phone, but there's a little cog wheel at the bottom. You had it a while ago because you and I were talking and we could hear each other. Oh, bye, Kevin. Well, let's do this while you get Kevin figured out so we don't just sit around here. Let's see if we can't get my guy Dwayne in here. Oh, wait, Kevin. Oh, I hear him.
How about now?
Hey, you're back. Now we got you. I don't know what happened, but we got you this time.
I don't know. Just restarted it.
How you doing this morning, bud?
Well, doing all right.
Kevin, what you're going to know about Kevin or learn about Kevin is something I already know. Just a ball of energy. Just lots of energy from this guy right here. Kevin, let's talk about Madden 24 and your Tampa Bay Bucks. It felt like you had no interest in playing the beta. Was that true?
Yeah. I don't really have any interest in playing a game that's not finished. And y'all were complaining about a lot of bugs with it, so I'm like, I don't even waste my time booting that thing. I'm getting frustrated.
There was some menu bugs, but luckily they did get those figured out. Well, out of the things that you've heard us talk about, out of the things that maybe you've read or seen, what excites you the most about Madden 24?
I mean, hopefully it's a lot better. I mean, 23 I didn't really have any complaints about. I just hope that they dialed down the pass rush a little bit. I felt like that could get pretty excessive, especially if you had an elite defensive end. Like, you can have an elite offensive tackle and he just got bullied and full rushed over. Wasn't even fun at times. You just hike, look back, oh, I'm sacked already. So
it does seem like pass rush is maybe slightly muted. It feels like it's better balanced, but I will also say it feels like it comes in waves, right? Like you'll protect, and then all of a sudden you'll give up 3 sacks. Like it like comes in waves. But it feels like because momentum's been fixed anyway. Not to break that down.
That's
it just
my
feels
other
like
thing I'm excited about. Turn that momentum meter off. That we can turn that dumb thing
but
off.
I will say that they've muted it. It isn't nearly as powerful. It doesn't shift one way to the other. We do need to decide if we're going to turn it off. What's the biggest thing in season 106, first one out of Madden 24, that you need to see from your team?
Well, for one, I got to decide if I'm going to stay with the Bucks. But for that, they're slightly older. I have no quarterback, so I got to decide. I'm pretty sure I'm going to bring Ryder over, no matter where I go. I enjoyed him as a quarterback, and he played good.
He's great.
So, yeah, I mean, other than that, I just want to build up a really good defense because stay in the NFC and stay at the Bucks. This division's offensive heavy, so you got to be able to stop these offenses.
Are you giving us a teaser that you might go somewhere else? Is there an AFC team dangling in front of you?
There's possibly, but I'm not sure.
What are real expectations that you have from your team in season 106?
Well, if I decide not to bring Ryder, not very good because Baker Mayfield is not going to get it cut. So if I bring over Ryder, it should be pretty good. Should be able to hopefully make the playoffs because the team's built to win, but there are some adjustments that need to be made. There's no real pass rusher on the team. It's built for a good run defense, but not pass rush. And I struggled with that last season because I had no true pass rusher.
Yeah, you're going to have to sign White too. So there's a little cap thing that you're going to have to figure out. But hopefully with no Brady, no some of these other big name guys, that you'll be able to have the space to make that happen. What's the one player that you can't wait to log in and start to play with?
Obviously, be Ryder again, quarterback.
Yeah, he's really good. He makes all the throws. He was a bit of a pain to have to face every single season. What's your number one priority? You're logging in. You're like, this is the first thing I got to do with my team.
Probably build the defense. If I say the Bucks, they're obviously built for offense. With Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, they would definitely be building up that defense, especially trying to get a good pass rusher, whether it's through the draft or trade for one. Because last year I struggled with no pass rush. When you get guys, they got all day to pass and you can't get to them, you can have the best corners in the world and they can't cover them forever.
Maniac had this question. I forgot to ask D Money, but he's interested to know: do you plan on trying to do some trades to gather picks, build your team young through the draft, or do you like to build it around veterans, free agency, trading for older guys?
I've never been much into trading, so usually I will just build my team to the draft. Keep what I got. Cut whoever's not worth keeping anymore, and then just keep building through the draft.
Yeah, you're pretty quiet when it comes to the draft front. Well, I hope you stay with Tampa Bay. I know it's a bit of a project to rebuild, but I know that you can rebuild them. I got to rebuild the Saints. I'm sure the next several Maddens, when I have the Saints, it's going to be a complete rebuild because in real life they're a complete disaster with how they translate to Madden, with their age, their salary cap, and all the other issues. And I enjoy playing you, man. We got a bit of a rivalry, and I feel like all the rivalries tend to leave the NFC South, whether it was D-Money, it was D-Wayne, it was Maniac. Like, they come, Big Hurt, way back in the day when we used to have Brady, a lot of B's over here in the NFC South. But I like when the rivalry stays. So, man, thank you for making time for me this morning, fighting through some technical difficulties. And, I guess we'll see you tonight on some PUBG.
Yes, sir.
All right, buddy. Have a good one. There you have it, Mr. Kevin of your Tampa Bay Buccaneers coming through. And now I'm bringing back an old school favorite, a guy that used to do many Press Pass lives with me. He used to be on camera with me doing interviews, and now he has no time for me. He's a bigwig. He's making the big money. He's doing the big stuff now, and he just doesn't have a whole lot of time for little old Nate. I think everyone's going to be able to hear you, but let's welcome in Mr. D-Wayne of your Dallas Cowboys. D-Wayne, how you doing this morning, bud?
You can't hear me, right?
I can't hear you. They can hear you. We can all hear you, which I'm excited about.
Yeah, good deal. I'm good this morning. On my second cup of coffee.
Second cup of black coffee before 8:30? Boy.
Yeah. It's been
That's
me
the young
alone
man
all
in
week.
you.
Yeah, it's been Jana's on vacation again with my parents, so it's been me alone all week taking care of our cats.
Wait a sec. So Jana was like, all right, I need another one, but I'm going with your parents this time, and I'm leaving you at home?
Pretty much, when I changed jobs, I got to choose one of my vacations. I didn't get to go on this one. So, I've been home alone all week.
Where'd they go this time? We just got back from, it's slipping my head now. Where'd you just come back from? Denmark, that's it.
And then they went back to Belize this year. That's where we usually go in July. And so, they
so your wife is in Belize with your parents?
And my brother and his wife now.
That's got to hurt a little bit.
It wasn't too thrilled, but Jano said she was glad to have somebody watch our cats. She hates leaving them home alone. So
yeah, forget the husband, or just I'm glad that somebody's there to watch the cats.
That's right.
D-Wayne has been here forever. He has been my right hand for quite some time. It's crazy how much time has passed. I'm going to ask the stupidest question, such an old man question, but how old are you now?
I turned 33 in October.
That's nuts, bro. I mean, you were in your mid-20s, late 20s. Yeah. I've been blessed to watch Mr. D-Wayne grow here, and he has always been one of our top players. I'm excited to talk to you today about your team, and hopefully with this new job, you can get your butt over here to some Press Pass Live because we miss having you around. What are you excited the most about Madden 24? You're not a big beta player either.
Yeah, I did download the beta, and I think I tried to play a little bit with it. I actually think I played Cats in an offline game one time. Or not an offline game, I mean like just a little scrimmage game one time. But So I didn't get a great feel for it. But I guess I'm excited more about the start of the cycle because, the excitement kicks off. I don't know if it's ever as exciting as the first season when everybody's willing to deal in and they're excited again. So yeah, that's I would say that's what I'm more excited about. Just seeing everybody get going again.
One of the more competitive guys that we have here, quietly competitive, kind competitive, I would say, unless you beat him. He's gotten better about it. But if you beat him, he will cut you off for at least a week. What's the biggest thing that you want to see from your team in season 106?
Well, I've used Maniac would get a kick out of this when he did the coach rankings, when he said I didn't ever won a big game last cycle. And he wasn't wrong. I did lose. Anytime I had a big game in the playoffs, I seemed to drop the ball. And so I hope to turn that around this year and play a little more consistent in the playoffs and kind of adjust to what's going to be a different game plan this year. I've leaned on Zeke for years as a power back. I think G-Money kind of touched on that with his team. Having a power back and just being able to run up the gut and just, you know what I'm doing, but you can't stop it type thing. So now I get a speed back, which will be different. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. It's going to be a different Cowboys team this year, but I just hope I can be a little more consistent, especially around playoff time, and make a run.
Well, technically Zeke is still out there, so he could still be a Dallas Cowboy in the OMFL. What's real expectations that you have for your team in season 106?
Well, at the minimum is to make the playoffs, but I would love to. I always said this first season or two is usually best for me because the Cowboys, as people have let me know, always get overrated at Madden. And so
we were talking about that last night, and come to find out the reason they think that is because the guy who does the ratings is a Cowboys fan.
Well, I can't knock him too hard. I enjoy it. Like they come out of the box usually really good, and so I kind of hope to jump on people that first season or two, and kind of like Kevin was saying earlier, usually a good defensive end just crush it. As Cowboys who have good offensive linemen, a good defensive end usually wins anyway. And so having Parsons as good as he is out of the box this year, I'm hoping that he can wreak some havoc early. So yeah, I'm hoping to make up a good run and hopefully make a good run at the playoffs and get a good run while everybody else is still kind of building.
Bonus question: Are you keeping Parsons at end, or are you going to move him somewhere else?
Well, last cycle I did keep him at like linebacker on like first down and second down usually, and like third down I would have him that sub defensive end role. I hadn't decided yet. I did not control him last year, which was different. Usually
I thought there was one season that you played him at middle linebacker.
I did. I think it was the first season. I put him back there.
You wreaked havoc with that guy.
He is a freak. I just felt like I could use somebody a little less, not quite as good. That was almost as fast because Parsons is like receiver speed, which is so stupid. And I put him at defensive end, and he just wreaked havoc. And so I might start from the get-go and just kind of let him do his own thing.
What's the one guy that you're like, when I log in, I cannot wait to play with this guy on my team?
Well, I guess it's accumulation this year. Besides Pollard, because last cycle I traded Pollard to Dakota or Dawson when he played, and then Dawson retired again, and so the goodwill trade I got to him got used against me if I'm not mistaken, when Bird had the cards for like 2-3 seasons. So he will not be going to Bird this cycle. So I am ready to kind of see a speed back, but the receivers the Cowboys have, Gallup, Lamb, Cooks. And then I'm bringing back Bass again for his third Madden. This will be his last Madden.
That's crazy.
So I'm really excited to kind of get with that and maybe pass a little more this cycle. And I say that every cycle, and then I fall right back into handing the ball off 30 times a game. So, but I am really excited to see the kind of revamped Cowboys that they brought in this year.
I think it's what makes you so good and dangerous player. What's the number one priority? You log in, CFM, go to your depth chart. What's the number one priority that you're doing?
Well, I got a lot of veterans on, like everybody does, on like real short deals. So it's time to kind of evaluate them and see who's going to stay, who's not going to stay. They picked up Gilmore this year at cornerback, and Madden rewarded him real well. So I'll enjoy that. But somebody like Brandon Cooks or somebody like that, I'll have to look and see if I want to deal them. On the defensive side, like linebacker, the Cowboys are really weak at linebacker, except for Van Der Esch. If Parson does go defensive end, then I'll have to figure that out. And I wish I could play safety like you and D-Money do. It would make life a lot easier because you play the Trays of the world or and y'all take shots down the field, and using that linebacker doesn't stop that. So
it's true, but when you use that linebacker, you cannot run on you. You're such a good middle linebacker user.
Well, I appreciate that, but that I don't know, the linebacker, that safety is so frustrating. Playing you or playing somebody who's good at, you have to just take away a third of that deep field, and then it really, consolidates your offense. But now I'm looking forward to it. The Cowboys have a few holes, and they're going to have they're getting older. The offensive line, Zach Martin, Tyron Smith, they're getting older. Luckily, the Madden did give the other two offensive linemen pretty good stats this year. So, yeah, I'm just looking forward to building. I love the building aspect. I love start wheeling and dealing. I'm really going to try to keep my first-round pick for a change. I say this, by week 8, I'll be trading it. But we'll see. I love the building aspect. So this early season is always super fun.
I feel like that's the only trades I ever see you do. It's just that first round pick. It feels like outside of that, you keep everybody else. But that leads us to Maniac's question of, do you think you're going to build your team around youth and trying to get some draft picks, or do you think you're going to kind of stay true to what I think you normally are, and that's veterans and just kind of keeping the team together?
Yeah, it's funny you say that. Maniac was another. He should know that people listen to his podcast, listen to his coach thing. Part of team building, Maniac, is be able to hold the team together also. That's a different aspect of team building.
That's totally fair.
Especially a bunch of older, expensive guys, which talking about that, like Zeke not having his super big contract. It still hurts my heart, but him not having a super big contract and stuff like that should help. But, yeah, I probably will try to mix it up a little bit because the Cowboys are like two spectrums. They have a bunch of veterans and then a bunch of really young guys, and like Diggs, Parsons, Lamb. They're all like 24 years and younger. And so you trying to tread that line of bringing youth in and trying to keep some of the older guys, especially like I said, like a Tyron Smith, Zach Martin. I mean, Dak's like right at 30 now, and then you got Cooks and a few of them other guys are older. I prefer to keep my picks this year and try to stay cheap because the Cowboys don't have a cheap roster. But like I said, we'll see. I know somebody, either D-Money or somebody like that, will put somebody crazy on the trade block, and I'll be too enticed to not do it. Or Keanu Neal, whoever's got him.
Oh, God, I know. I forget. Somebody mentioned it, and they were like, I guess I'm going to have to trade with D. Wayne. I was like, don't give him that guy. Come on. Last question for you. What are the chances it would get you back on Press Pass Live sometime this Madden?
Well, it should be a lot better. Right now, even just fixing to get released on my own at this current job until I go on shift, which sounds like it's going to be like January for one guy retires. I kind of work like 4 days one week and 3 days the next week unless I'm covering for somebody. And so it's day shift unless I'm covering for somebody. So I should have a lot more free time. Once I go on shift, it'll be similar to how it used to be. I'll just have a lot more days off in between. It's like work 4, off 4, something like that. And so
nice.
We're a lot closer to being settled in than I was a few months ago. So,
nice.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Well, man, congratulations again on the new job. And you may not get your wife back with all these Denmark and Belize, and she's just going to travel the world without you. And just make sure that you're watching the cats.
That's right. I get a new job, and she spends it on vacations.
Well, congratulations again. I'm glad you're back safe, and it looked like you guys had an absolute blast. And, yeah, I love talking Madden 24 and talking to my buddy D. Wayne. So thanks for making some time for me this morning.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I hope you have a good rest of the day, Nate, and I'm looking forward to these next set of interviews you have.
Yeah, it's going to be a blast. I can't wait to do them. There you have it, friends. Mr. D. Wayne of your Dallas Cowboys. What a crew today. We only originally had D-Money, and then I talked Kev into it. I had to twist his arm, but I talked him into it. And then Mr. D. Wayne came and joined me. Let's quickly talk some Madden 24 ratings, and then I'm pretty sure that I have a beautiful little baby girl that's waiting on me over here somewhere. Let's see, because this is all new, and so I'm checking some of these things out. The chat is working. Look at that. I was wondering if the chat was going to work or not work. That's my puppy dog that you guys see over there. See if we can make this a little bit better. Yeah, look at there. And then this isn't working. What is it? Oh, that's supposed to be gameplay, which we don't currently have gameplay. Let me see if I can, which screen do we want to use? Let's use this one. Let's go here. And let's talk Madden 24 ratings. Quarterbacks. And I forget what the other one was. It was quarterbacks and something, which I really don't remember at all. But that was the last ratings. We were done with ratings. You can now see your entire team. This weekend I'll set a little bit of a date of when this needs to happen so that everybody can know that their imports are done and ready to go. But of course, Patrick Mahomes, he's your 99 overall. This guy could do it all. I would not want to deal with his contract, though, if I were the Kansas City Chiefs, when you have a 99 overall quarterback, a 99 overall tight end. And the rest of the quarterbacks, I feel like Madden was pretty hard on. I don't know why they were so tough on quarterbacks this year, but they kind of were a lot. And so on the second kind of round of quarterbacks, where I just seen one. I could have swore it was Jalen Hurts. Where'd it go? Is it back over here? Do we have to go all the way to page 3 to see the second quarterback? Yes, I do have a beautiful little girl here. Josh Allen? That can't be right. Am I missing somebody? Josh Allen, the second quarterback at 94. So we go from 99 to 94. The second button. The number 2 button is... there it goes. I feel like I'm missing something here. I am not. So Josh Allen's your second quarterback. You got to go all the way to page 3 to see the second best quarterback in the entire league. I think we got to get to some quarterbacks here pretty soon, don't we? We got to go all the way to page 5 to see the third quarterback. The puppy's up and at him because she hears the baby here. Holy cow. Lamar Jackson's all the way on page 6. So Madden was not super duper kind to the overalls of the quarterbacks this year, which I think is going to make imports even that much more intriguing. If you've got a quarterback that you can bring over, they may carry a little bit more weight, either as trade bait or just like, I'm secure, I got my guy, I don't have to worry about this at all. I forget the other position that was being released, but all positions are out there. I think we've seen some positions kind of get some love. It looked like safety got some love, cornerback got some love, defensive line, meh. Linebacker, meh. I think it's fairly normal. Wide receiver seems to be pretty normal. I think there's a little bit more speed than normal. But quarterback looked like they were a little tough with the Madden ratings this year. So Madden ratings are out. Just do a Google search, Madden EA 24, whatever, Madden ratings, and you should be able to pull up what exactly you need to go and pick your import. So everybody gets one import. It come over exactly how they were. I still have the CFM up. I'm going to go start making videos next week. We'll start posting those videos, and we use those videos to remake them. And then if you're a platinum member, you get a second import, 75 overall and under. Same thing. They come over exactly how they are. And then if you played every game in season 105, you get a third import, which I think is 72 overall, 74 overall. I don't remember. It's posted. You can go check it out. And you get a third import. So there's not many of us that are going to get all 3 of them. But our fundraiser is going on. Remember, Tangia.co/grownfolks is a way that you can start interacting with the stream. You buy a bucket of coins for like $5 or whatever, and you can use them for different interactions. And hopefully as we do like Madden drafts and we do bowl games and then my normal Saints and Sinners stream, you guys will come interact. It helps us raise a little bit of funds. It's just a fun way to come interact with us. Now, a few little kinks to work out here with the stream, but overall, I'm pretty happy with it. I'm still probably going to tweak it here and there. I may leave it alone, that is, until my new computer shows up here, hopefully in the next month. And then after that, I'm going to start doing some more tweaks. I'll be able to start streaming in 2K. We can start handling more than 2 or 3 guys on video without everything going complete meltdown. But I think it was great this morning. Thank you again to D Money. Thank you to Kevin. Thank you to D Wayne. You know, those are my guys, man. Kevin, I get to talk to just about every single night on PUBG. You gotta poke at him a little bit. You got to get him to talk to you. He's not just going to freely give you all the information, but if you poke at him enough, he'll give you some stuff. And then D Wayne's my dude, man. He's been with me forever, it feels like. And yeah, I don't get to talk to him nearly as much because of work and the new job, but it was just great to have him back around. And I can't wait for the next ones, which will be, I will give you a little bit of a sneak peek, and then we're going to go see a grandbaby. Let me see if I can get her to come in here. She's such a ham. Tomorrow morning we got Priest and Duval, and then we don't have another one all week until Friday morning. We have Trey, Meek, and Lost, and then next Saturday we have, it says Johnny, but I think that might be like Joker. Yeah, it is. It's Joker and James, Mr. Shocks fan. And then the following Sunday, so a week from tomorrow, Denbrew and Beal. Boy, and then we really start hitting it. And then that following Monday, we got Colin, the Broncos, J-Bows. That Wednesday, we have Chris. And then next Saturday, we have Byron and Roger. Whew, all kinds of people. And then Sunday, the 6th, we're going to do a night stream that night. And we have Cincy, Bird, and Meek. So lots of guys still left to come here. I think we only have 4 guys who are not signed up. I'm going to go poke them one more time, see if we can get them to sign up. But it's been a blast, and I appreciate you. Guys, I love you. Happy Saturday. I forgot what day it was. I almost said Sunday, but it's not Sunday. I hope that you have a great weekend. We'll see you on the next one, okay? Tomorrow morning, come hang out with us. OMFL Press Pass Live. OMFL Media Day is my favorite thing. All right, peace. Love you. Pretty sure.